Now we are on Wednesday, Wednesday the 12th. The moon will be moving from the sign of Leo into the sign of Virgo. Mercury retrograde is still in Sagittarius, but now it creates like a conjunction, so a connection. Let's be friends with Mars and Sagittarius. So now we have Mars and the Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. This can be very feisty. All right. The energy of Virgo is really good for this period of time because we had Monday and Tuesday that were very, very heavy days. Okay. Very wake up call days, very disillusionment days, very anger days, etc. And now we move into a more grounded and stable energy, which is Virgo. I mean, come on, right? And now that we're in Virgo, you are being given the allowance to really process what is coming through, process those emotions, and process that energy of anger and resentment that came up Monday and Tuesday. Then we have this energy of Mercury retrograde, where you're being called back to an occasion in your life that this happened in the past, right? So this is, holy crap, this is exactly like when I was in my 20s, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, that was in the introduction in the full video if you're seeing a small one. And so it's like, this is exactly what that energy, and it's an energy of like not only validating where you're at this moment, but also coming to the realization that this has happened to me before and I survived it before, but maybe I didn't survive it in the most sound way. Maybe I ran away from it. And now it's time for me to confront this problem. Okay. Then we have the conjunction of Mars and Sagittarius. Mars and Sagittarius. Okay. Why is this so important? Because besides the coming back of a situation, besides all this energy, you're in a warrior like energy to speak your mind and to put everything on the table. But you're also in this energy of, I'm going to fly away from this thing really quick because hell no, I'm not putting up with this bullshit again. So it depends on how you dealt with a situation that is coming up during this Mercury retrograde the last time, because the reason it's coming up is because you did it wrong the first time, and it's time for you to do it differently. Okay. So if the last time you ran away, this is for you to sit down, speak your piece, clear the air, and call it a day. If the last time you spoke your piece, then maybe it's time for you to walk away, right? So there's two ways that are confronting the situation that you are being called to address. And with this energy of Virgo, you're just literally like, okay, so let me do a checklist and let me think things through. Yes, I would recommend for you to write it down. There is something about taking all this information that's blowing up in your head and putting it in a piece of paper and like just hashing it through. Because, and this is, I mean, I know some people are really into typing and stuff, but there's something about your movement with your hand and your mental capacity. It's kind of like your brain starts making neural pathways because you're moving your hand at the same time, and it's not the same with typing. um Write it down, because we do have till December of this year, the 15th of December, when Mars is going to be in Sagittarius. So you will be in this energy of calling a bitch out, or deuces, I'm over it. That energy this entire time. Okay. And it is very practical to have Virgo, because you can like gather your thoughts and put them in a line and see what's really going on. So take it to your advantage at this time, because I'm sure the emotions that stir up make you want to fight, right? But to be grounded in those emotions and understand why it is that you want to fight, what it is that you feel that is unjust, etc., will help you a lot to determine what's your next step. Okay? I hope this helps.